Okay, so you've recorded your video, you've downloaded it onto your computer, and perhaps you've edited it. Now you want to share your masterpiece with the world, or perhaps just a few close friends. There are a few services on the internet that will host your video for you. Probably the most popular is YouTube. So I'm now going to take you through the steps to get your video uploaded onto YouTube. You'll need to have a YouTube account, and YouTube is part of Google. So if you've already got a Google email address, you're already halfway there. If not, you're going to have to create yourself an account at YouTube. For the purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to assume you already have a YouTube account. Okay, from your preferred browser, we're going to go to YouTube, which is www.youtube.com. Now you could easily get distracted at this point and start watching many of the millions of videos already uploaded to YouTube. We're going to resist that temptation and sign into our account. The sign in link is at the top right corner of the page. Click sign in and the page changes. On the right hand side there are two text boxes for you to enter your Google email address or your YouTube username and password. I've already entered mine, but once you've entered yours, click sign in. Once you're signed in, you'll see your YouTube username in the top right corner of the page. Again, avoid the temptation to watch a video and click on Upload, which is just to the left of your YouTube username. On this page, you're presented with several options and ways of uploading one or several videos, or even recording a new video directly from your webcam, if you have one. I'm going to choose the Select Files from your computer option on the left-hand side of the page. The Windows Explorer File Manager window should open, presenting you with the ability to navigate on your computer to where you saved the video you recorded earlier. Mine has conveniently opened in the My Video folder, and the file I want to upload is listed there. I just need to select it by clicking on it and then click on the Open button, or I could have just double-clicked on the file name. The Windows Explorer File Manager window closes and immediately the file starts to be uploaded to YouTube, and you can see the progress bar here. Depending on the size and quality of your video and also the speed of your internet connection, it can take some time for the file to upload. Whilst it's uploading, there's a few things you can be doing. For example, just below the progress bar are two tab sections, Basic Info and Advanced Settings. In the Basic Info section, we can enter some details about our video. The title text box is fairly self-explanatory. This is where you give your video a title. By default, YouTube will use the file name you use when you saved your video on your computer. And you can see mine is 06-19-2012_123.024.mp4, which doesn't mean a lot. My video is of the chalet I stayed in whilst on holiday in Mablethorpe this year. So I'm going to change my fairly meaningless file name by highlighting it, that's selecting it, and typing My Holiday Chalet in Mablethorpe. The title of your video will then be displayed alongside it when it's listed on YouTube. The text box below, labelled description, is for entering more details about your video, and you can type in here as little or as much as you like. I'm just going to put in a brief description. This is the wonderful chalet where I spent a glorious fortnight holiday in Mablethorpe last June. Mablethorpe is a seaside resort on the east coast of England, just north of Skegness in Lincolnshire. The description will appear to the side or below your video in YouTube, except when it's full screen across. Below the description box is another text box which is labelled tags. Now, tags are used by Google and other search engines to help find web pages. In other words, when you type something into the likes of Google when you want to find out about, say, Wimbledon tennis, you don't get presented with pages for, I don't know, custard, unless somebody's got a web page, of course, where they've used the tags Wimbledon tennis and custard together. Now, my video is about my holiday chalet in Mablethorpe, so to help people find it, or at least stumble upon it, I'm going to use the following tags. So I click in there, Mablethorpe, holiday, Lincolnshire, what else, chalet, Skegness, and I'm going to put in there Mablethorpe Beach as well. As you can see, tags don't have to be single words. My last tag was Mablethorpe Beach. You've got to try and think what people might type in when searching for videos like the one that you're uploading, and tags are not visible to people viewing your video. Below the tags is the video thumbnail section, and once your video has completed uploading, YouTube will display 3 random stills taken from your video, and you'll be able to choose one to act as the picture in your YouTube's listings. On the right hand side of the basic info section are 3 drop down selectors: privacy settings, category, and license and rights ownership. First of all, privacy settings. By default, this is set to public, which means that once your video is uploaded, anyone can search for and view your video. Now, if for any reason you want to restrict who can view your video, then you'll need to choose one of the other 2 options in the drop-down list. By making your video private, up to 50 people whom you provide with the web address, the URL of your video, will be able to view it. But they must have their own YouTube account and be signed into it before they click on your link. And if you choose your video to be unlisted, it has similar restrictions to that of private, but there is no 50 user sharing limit, and the viewer doesn't need to have a YouTube account. Both private and unlisted videos cannot be searched for, and they don't appear in any of YouTube's public spaces. Now, I want my video to be seen by absolutely anyone, so I'm going to leave it as public. The category drop down is straightforward enough. You just need to select the appropriate category for your video from the list provided. I'm going to choose the one right at the bottom, travel and events. Lastly, license and rights ownership. Now, by default, it's set to, no surprise here, standard YouTube license. Now, if you want to know more about that, you can find the details in the YouTube's terms of service. But in a nutshell, you're granting YouTube the right to broadcast your video, but you still retain the copyright. The other licensing choice is Creative Commons attribution. Put simply, this option allows for others to use your video as part of their videos, but again, you still retain the copyright. As you make changes here, you may have noticed the Save Changes button towards the bottom right corner of the page. You may have also noticed that it saves your changes automatically, but you can click Save Changes manually at any time. When all changes are saved, the button displays Saved. To the right of Basic Info is the Advanced Settings tab. Clicking on Advanced Settings displays more options. On the left hand side there is Comments and Responses. If you upload your video as public, then viewers may comment and rate, that's like or dislike your video. Now, by default, the options Allow Comments, Users Can Vote on Comments, and Users Can View Ratings for this video are all ticked. Personally, I think it's good to get feedback, but I would suggest changing the drop-down option for Allow Comments from the default of All to Approved. This way, when anyone leaves a comment, you'll get an email letting you know, and then you'll be able to approve it or not before the comment is made public. You'll notice that the Allow Video Responses is by default set to Approved. You'll probably find that the last option on the left hand side, syndication, is set to everywhere, and it can't be changed. By everywhere, YouTube includes PC desktop, mobile phones and tablets and internet enabled televisions, not geographical areas. Should you ever get to monetizing your videos, then this syndication setting could be changed, but that's another tutorial. On the right hand side, enable embedding is selected by default, and that means your video can be embedded into web pages other than YouTube's. Below that is a box to enter where the video was taken, in my case Mablethorpe. So all I need to do is type in Mablethorpe, Mablethorpe, and click search. And by the wonders of Google Maps, the correct location is displayed. I just need to click away to enable it. Below that is a box to enter the date when the video was recorded. If it was today, I could just click on the Today button, but as my video was taken back in June, all I need to do is click into the text box and use the little month chevrons to go back to June, and then select a date within the month when I was on holiday here. Finally, the 3D video preference option. Your choices are no preference, disable 3D for this video, please make this video 3D, or this video is already 3D. I'm going to leave it on the default no preference. Quick look at the progress bar. My video is nearly uploaded. Of course, depending on the size and quality of the video and the speed of your internet connection, it can take quite a while to upload some videos, in fact hours in some cases. But now my video has uploaded. By switching back to the basic info tab, I can now choose which of the 3 random stills to use as the video's thumbnail, which, as I said earlier, will be used in YouTube's listings. I'm going to select number 2. To see the actual video, we can click on its web address, its URL, and there it is. It was a nice chalet, as you can see. And that's it. That's how you upload a video to YouTube.